You're watching the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey, and we're hitting the off-season rumors and news, and it really wouldn't be the off-season without social media drama from one of your players, most likely in a contract year. That's what's going on now with Trevon Diggs allegedly unfollowing the Cowboys on Instagram. I don't know if he was actually following them in the first place. Not that it really matters. All his Cowboys photos are up, but it is significant because, well, Trevon Diggs is due and eligible now for a contract extension. That is where we're at this stage. I get that this is always going to be a conversation. I get it. And Dez Bryant was mad about the Cowboys' Twitter account pointing out that Diggs dropped an interception and saying, clearly contract negotiation time. In the end, I don't really think this means that much if it's true. I don't think it really matters. It's not like Diggs is demanding a trade or anything. But it is contract extension time. And like most young players, Trevon Diggs doesn't want to wait for a deal because why would he? He's one of the best young players at his position, is good at football, is due for a contract, and yes, the Cowboys can easily afford him if they so choose. Don't fall for Stephen Jones's pie lie. There's plenty of money in the banana stand for the Cowboys. Diggs' numbers this year, interceptions, pass breakups did dip. But overall, he still played quite well this year, especially down the stretch. Teams, once Anthony Brown went down, teams like, why throw at Diggs anymore? It was the occasional double move for a big gain or underneath stuff. That's kind of all it was against Diggs. Now, I do not believe that Trevon Diggs is the number one corner in the NFL. If I'm pairing them, I'm probably not taking him over any of these five guys. Jair Alexander, maybe Denzel Ward just for this year. I didn't think he played that well for the Browns, although probably their defensive coordinator's fault. Jalen Ramsey is still a top-tier player. Marlon Humphrey, Marshawn Lamber, they're all really great young corners. And so is Trevon Diggs, which means you simply have to pay up to the market. Otherwise, and this is what worries me, and we'll get into this more in depth in a little bit, Cowboys will once again do their BS of lowballing players and then eventually getting a deal done and waiting too long and costing themselves money in the end. So prediction time. Will the Cowboys get a long-term deal done with Trevon Diggs? He's a year ahead of CeeDee Lamb because Lamb has the fifth-year team option. Will a deal get done this offseason? Y for yes, N for no. It's the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there. Let me know Y or N. I'm of the mindset, yeah, you pay Trevon Diggs. The playmaking, even with a couple dropped interceptions this year, still really good. No, by the way, he hasn't played that much corner. He's going to, I think, keep getting better with more and more development from guys like Dan Quinn, Joe Witt, Al Harris, etc. I will say I have fairly limited faith in Stephen Jones because when was the last time Stephen Jones did a deal at the right time or earlier and it worked out? Didn't work out with Zeke. Didn't work out that great in the end with Lyle Collins. I kind of blame Collins more than Steven, though, but they dragged their feet on the original DeMarcus Lawrence deal and Dak Prescott deal, on Amari Cooper's deal. The sooner you pay him, the better, because there are other young, very talented corners all due for new deals. Your cycle is basically 3 to 4 years for a lot of the top players at each position. So the longer you wait, the worse end of that cycle you end up landing on. That does worry me for the Cowboys. The sooner they pay him, the better things end up being. Today's Cowboys Report is sponsored by Athletic Greens. I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. Get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted better gut health and want a supplement that actually tastes great. I take AG1 in the morning and it makes me feel prepared to take on my day. Once I got baby Olivia all set up with her breakfast, I make my AG1. I don't feel the need for caffeine in the morning, and I feel energized throughout the whole day. Plus, AG1 empowers the gut for whole body health. Covering my nutritional basis for the day literally couldn't be any easier. That's why I trust Athletic Greens. I mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water or apple juice some mornings and drink it first thing. Done just like that. It also costs less than $3 per day, which is pretty good if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients, that's a win-win. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Check it out. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. It's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Let's move now to the coaching carousel for the Cowboys. Look at all this change everyone wanted, right? Kellen Moore is gone. Doug Nussmeier, and this is the newer one of the grouping since Kellen broke, then Doug broke a little bit later. Kellen's now the Chargers' offensive coordinator. That's a done deal. Doug Nussmeier's gone. A bunch of the Mike McCarthy buddies, Rob Davis, Joe Philbin, they are out as well. George Edwards is gone, which kind of surprised some people. Skip Pete, Leon Lett, Kyle Valero, etc. All of those coaches are gone. And my theory here, and I'll emphasize theory, I am unconvinced that all of these coaches and these roles end up being filled. The assistant defensive line coach, the senior defensive assistant, the assistant O-line coach, maybe he sticks around, Leon Lett's role. I'm not sure all those spots get filled, and I wonder if it's because Jerry's challenging Mike to win and do it without a bunch of what they would consider extra coaches that they don't need. When it comes to this Cowboys coaching staff, what is the confidence level in them? Led by Mike McCarthy, knowing there are still some roles to be filled. Confidence level from 1 to 10. It's 1 on the high end, 10 on the high end. And remember, folks, 1 on the low end. I think I might have misspoken. 1 low, 10 high. Yeah, okay, I'm about to say, at least I caught myself there. We will keep you guys covered on the entire coaching staff carousel here at the Cowboys Report. Make sure you are subbed. Free videos every single day. All you have to do, click that red or the black and white button right now on YouTube. Let's move to free agency conversation around Tremaine Edmunds. Bleacher Report. It's the offseason, right? Just as the Cowboys signed Edmunds in free agency, their proposed contract was, at least they're using the SPO-Track projection, which it's not very great. It was 4 years, $44 million. That's below market value, by the way. I think it might be more like 4 years, 45, or 3 years, 45 might make more sense. Sorry, I almost said the exact thing. Yeah, 3 years, 45. I got confused on my years there. He's coming off a strong year. He's still only 25 years old. Took a big step forward in coverage this year. It's a fun idea. You had an impact linebacker, and you'll end up replacing Leighton Vander Esch with Edmunds. I think the money will end up outpricing the Cowboys. The numbers don't look that similar, but the coverage play, or don't look that different. They look very similar. The coverage play was better this year. And I think that was a significant change in the play of Tremaine Edmunds, who would instantly be the best linebacker on your team. You let Vander Esch leave, you let Barr leave, Micah continues to play edge, so we'll call linebacker asterisks on that standpoint. Damone Clark, Jabril Cox, maybe one of them steps up alongside of Devin Harper. We'll see. You add Edmunds, it'd be a big addition, but it might be out of the Cowboys, especially their own preferred price range. So I want you guys to name a free agent who you want the Cowboys to sign. We'll do some top free agents, both the affordable ones and our dream ones, on the Cowboys Report. So make sure you let me know in the comments section what free agent, or if you want to be an overachiever, free agents you want the Cowboys to sign this offseason. It is the offseason, which means it's time to bring back the shit on fan-sided story of the day, trading Dak Prescott. To be quite blunt, and I will bar the name of the offer to save him further embarrassment than what I'm going to do, their knowledge of the contract situation for Prescott and the trade offers were just completely not there. Now, if you want to trade Dak, it means you are tanking. That is what you are doing. You are blowing it up to move on from your top 10 quarterback, to reset the salary cap a little bit, reset the quarterback contract situation, embrace a 1 to 2 year rebuild to hope maybe instead of a top 2 quarterback, you get a top 5 quarterback and hope you draft the right guy and don't set your franchise back a few years like the Commanders then ended up doing. They had 3 different trade partners, the Titans, the Patriots, and the Packers. Their trade proposal was very similar. We'll go for the one for the Patriots. Since, after all, Bill Belichick has heaped tons of praise on Dak Prescott in his career. The trade proposal is Dak Prescott for a second-round pick, which is, of course, less than Carson Wentz got. If you trade Dak for a second-round pick, who is a top 10 quarterback, fire the franchise into the sun. Just end it. Shut it down. We'll let the Dallas Renegades take over. Does not make sense. It's simply does not make any sense whatsoever. I will also make note that they said you get the contract off the books. Well, long term, to make this trade happen, trade him before June 1st. You lose an additional $9 million on top of his $49 million contract cap hit currently. So you're paying almost $60 million for Dak Prescott to not be on your team, and you are paying a second-round pick in exchange, who you can draft Hendon Hooker with, maybe a tank for a year. To keep it short and simple, Fansided's wrong. They're stupid. That's a horrible argument laid out. If you're going to trade Dak, you're going to be able to get a premium back. A team like the Jets would be like, wow, we're a quarterback away. Here's our first-round pick for several years and some other assets because right now we have Zach Wilson. We'll give you Wilson for free, too. It's not a good idea if you're trying to win football games right now. If you want to blow it up and tank a little bit, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. But you're probably better off doing it next year or in the August time frame to try to really maximize your savings and roll it over. Doesn't really make sense for the Cowboys if your goal is to win football games right now because the second-round pick is not going to fix your franchise. Full stop.